Professor Snape here. Now I'm going to show you how to set up your gel box. This is a gel dock. You put it in where it goes. You have your 8-tooth comb and your dams. So first what you're going to do is you're going to put your dams where they belong. They have two sides. You want the flat side to be the one that's pointing towards the inside. So you're just going to insert them there. Make sure the flat side is against the gel dock. And then you put your 8-tooth comb in. You want the left side, which has all the wells, to be the closest to the beginning. Insert that there. Then you're going to have pre-poured 20 mils of agarose. You're going to take your agarose and you're going to pour it in slowly.
Don't splash.
Okay. Yeah. And you can take the bubble and you can drag it to the side or you can pop it. Okay? And you're going to make sure that none of your agarose is leaking out on the sides. And when you have that all poured, you shut the gel box and you wait 15 minutes. So now I'm going to show you what to do after your gel has solidified. So what you're going to do first is you're going to pull the dams out. Just pull them up gently. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to pour TBE all over your gel. So here we have the first hash. We're going to pour it all the way until we get to the second hash. That's the perfect amount. So you want to pour it on the sides. Okay. So now that it's covering your whole gel, you can pull the comb out. It's important when you're pulling the comb out to put your fingers on the sides of the gel very lightly. You don't want to be in the middle of the gel, and you're just going to take the comb and gently pull up straight and pull it out. Remember to be gentle or else you're going to screw it up. Okay, now when you are loading your gel, you're going to get a tip. Make sure that your pipetter is set to 10 microliters. Okay, and then you're going to go to the first stop, put it in, suck it up. So when loading your gel, you want to make sure that you're right above the well when you're injecting the fluid. You don't want to be too far in, or else if you shake you're going to damage the well. And you don't want to be at the very bottom because you could pop the well and it just looks terrible when you do that. Now, when loading it, some people like to do 2 hands on it, some people like to rest their hand and go directly in. Whatever works best for you. You can rinse it out on the side. And I'm going to go straight into the well. You go till you inject all of the liquid into there. That was pretty crappy, but that's okay. What's important is when you're in the gel, you go down to the first stop and you let all your liquid out, and then you just pull up and you keep it down to the first stop, and then once you're all the way out of liquid, you can let go. Because if you let go in there, you're going to suck back up all of your DNA, and that's not going to be good.
Before you begin this process, be sure to open your centrifuge, take all your samples, insert them into the spinner MacGyver device maneuver. Flip it on, watch it go whee! Show you how to properly distribute your enzyme and buffer into your DNA samples. So, first thing you gotta do, I already have done, just gotta get a fresh tip from your tip box, and you're gonna set your pipetter for 1 to 1 microliter. Then you're going to take your buffer, and you're going to take a little wee bit out, close the buffer, take one of your DNA samples, without tilting the pipetter sideways. Open. Happy. You're going to put the tip directly into the liquid, eject to the second stop on the pipetter, drag up the side, and let go. Return your DNA, remember where you started, eject tip, support, you can't use the same tip, and get a new one. Grab your buffer, open, tiny little bit of buffer, put it back, grab your next sample, be sure you know what order you're going in so you don't accidentally put too much buffer in one and not put buffer on it. And then you're going to the fluid, drag up the side, and put it back. Repeat this process for all 6 samples. Next up is distributing your enzyme. What you want to do is get a fresh tip, like the buffer, and you're going to open the enzyme epi. You're going to pull out 1 microliter. 1 microliter of enzyme, and you're going to take the DNA epi, open it, and you're going to insert it into the liquid. Second stop, drag up, close, or actually, enzyme is different. What you want to do is check, put it back, upside down. Adjust your pipetter to about 6 microliters. Yep. Take that same one that you just did. Take the liquid out and then put it back. Up and down, first stop, no stop, to mix the liquid. And then once you've mixed it a bunch of times, eject it in, and it's done. You want to eject the tip, grab a new one, get your enzyme again, but be sure to set your pipetter back to 1, so you're not giving it 6 microliters of enzyme, which would be bad. Back to 1, take your enzyme, put it back, take your next sample, put it in there, and don't eject, don't eject, and you set it back to 6 microliters, and mix, go to the second stop once you're done mixing, and you have put your enzyme and your buffer in their DNA. Repeat this process with all 6 samples.
Okay, now we're going to do the second lab procedure. And you get to extract your DNA to find your ability to taste a bitter compound called PGC. Okay, so we start out with our sterile foam tip applicator. Okay, this is sterile, so be careful. You're gonna twist it to break the seal. You're gonna take the end and pinch it. Pull out your swab, and you're going to do 20 times on the right side of your mouth swabbing, and then 20 times on the left. Ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Now we're going to take our lysis solution, and we're going to swirl this in our lysate solution. Okay? You're just gonna swirl it in there real good. Just keep swirling. Swirly, swirl, swirl. And you're gonna squeeze and drag it up the side. And you're just gonna make sure that you get all the liquid that you can out of it. Okay? And you're gonna hand it to your head mentor.